welcome to another gear review with me, Anjay, and Happy New Year for 2019. Today I'm looking at something slightly different. I am looking at the Donner Alpha Bass Multi-Effects Unit. Now, as the name suggests, this is a bass effects pedal, not my standard guitar effects pedal. It is about £50 on Amazon. It gives you a chorus, a bass drive and a compressor. Bass has volume, gain and tone, compressor has levels, sensitivity and attack, and chorus has level. It also has a balanced Xlr output for going straight into a mixing desk or a PA system. So yeah, let's have a listen to what it sounds like. So we're going to start with clean sound. I'm going to put the compressor on, everything at 12. And we'll turn the sensitivity and attack right up to the max. So basically all the compression's doing is it's taking the signal and allowing it to go and then bloom a little bit as the attack and the sensitivity go up. I quite like just having it in the centre. For the bass, now we're going to move on to chorus. This is chorus all the way down. And what's that? About quarter way up. And you can hear it's quite a warbly chorus, this one. About 12 o'clock. Heading into kind of a tremolo effect. 3/4-ish. And then all the way up. And put the compression on with it just to give it a bit more of a thicker sound. So next we're going to go to the distorted tone. So put that on, this is distortion off. To just before 12 o'clock. Now if we move the tone around a little bit, so tone all the way off. And we can add the chorus in, we can add the compression in. Now, I like the compression on with the distortion, so if we go, so turn the compression on. It almost scoops the distortion, but I really love that sound. like me, you're a guitarist who has a bass guitar because you need to be able to record bass tones on things. One of the things you don't do is spend much time looking at effects pedals for bass guitars. You know, this is the cheapest bass I could buy. And I've never looked at an effects pedal for bass. I have used a few of my standard effects pedals for my guitar, like the little fuzz from JSA, but I haven't really thought about effects for the bass. And I do a lot of stuff in post-editing because trying to get a certain tone or whatever it might be. Now, a pedal like the Alpha bass from Donna is really handy for likes of me because it allows me to get a live tone that's a bit different from just the basic bass sound this gives me. And it gives me some really usable tones. I mean, the chorus is a little bit excessive. You know, if you have the chorus right up, but if you just have a touch of it on, just adds something extra to that tone. So when you want to kind of record without having to do everything in post effects, this sort of thing becomes really handy because you can dial in an interesting tone that cuts through a bit more than just your standard cheap bass sound will. And if you're playing live, it's really useful because it has one extra little trick up its sleeve. On the end here, it has a balanced Xlr output. So what that means is you can go straight into a PA system from the pedal. So you don't need to have an amp, you don't have to have anything in the middle of it. This will go straight into the PA system quite happily, or actually into your mixing desk or your USB interface or whatever it might be. So you don't have to have it in front of an amp the whole time, which again makes that a bit more useful because it means that rather than trying to push a bass straight into a PA, which probably isn't going to work too well, you've got something in the middle that's going to balance it and give you a bit more grunt if you need to. It's a solid metal unit. The controls are a bit small, you know, a bit teeny tiny, but it means you're not hitting them accidentally. If you know, useful little things. If you turn the gain right down on the bass drive, volume right up and play with the tone, you can make quite a clean boost. So if you want to cut the bass through on a mix slightly when you're playing live, just kick that in and you're there without having all the growl behind it. The compressor works nicely. The chorus with a bit of balance actually sounds all right. So yeah, I'm suitably impressed, and this will stay in my kit bag for quite some time, I think, because I found it really useful in a few recordings already. So yeah, nice one, Donna. The Alpha Bass Multi-Effects pedal. Recommended. Oh, and it comes with a power supply. Always a bonus. So if you have any questions, comments, whatever it might be, stick them down below. Hit the bell, subscribe, like, tell your friends, share me on Instagram, share me on Twitter and Facebook, all those other good social media places. And until then, keep playing.